Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. Why was there a pause? Am I out of breath? So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. You guys, I've been so busy this week and I think this is the first night that I finally still have a shit ton to do, but I don't have to be rushed about it, which is really nice. I love this. Can this happen more? You listening, God? Don't get me wrong, I'm one of those people who I love being busy. Like if I'm not busy, I just don't feel good. Like I love being productive, but there's a fine line between busy and like busy. But I'm so excited for this video because I'm going to be reacting to Jessi Smiles' skincare routine. But this video is going to be a little bit different because as opposed to just reacting to a normal skincare routine, I'm going to be reacting to her old horrifying skincare routine. It's a reaction to a reaction. So like Inception, but like Jessiception. I wish I could describe how much I love her, how long I've loved her. Back when I was going through, some pretty emotionally troubling days and I was filming YouTube videos, I always wanted to, at least before my videos, like cheer myself up because sometimes life was just really difficult and it was difficult to feel like excited and motivated and be totally myself on camera when, there was a lot of shit happening in my day-to-day life. And before I watch videos, I always make sure to watch specific types of videos that will make me happy, cheer me up. Something about Jessi's content just makes me so happy. I don't know how to describe it. I love watching her videos and I would always watch them in my really difficult days before my YouTube videos to feel happy, energized, and ready to film a video. And I would continue doing that to this day if she uploaded frequently. I'm kidding. I'm just throwing shade. Jessi's content is amazing, but she is also very infrequent. But I understand. She's a mother now. She's busy. I get it. And I remember first discovering her on Vine when I was I in middle school? She kept popping up on Vine and I was like, who is this girl that cusses so much? That was back when I didn't cuss like a sailor myself. How times have changed. But Jessi recently followed me on TikTok. We exchanged a few messages and she's just so kind, so nice. And I think this will be really fun and unique because I'll get to watch her kind of like hilarious, funny reaction to her old terrifying skincare routine. And I'm honestly really scared to see what that routine is because if Jessi's scared, then I'm horrified, bitch. If you don't know me, I'm a freelance specialist, but I am not a licensed esthetician or a dermatologist, nor do I ever claim to be one or no more than either of them. My role is just to introduce you guys to the basics of skincare and make it fun and hopefully entertaining. But by no means am I claiming to be a professional. And if you are having any concerns with your skin, please go see your esthetician or dermatologist to get that shit treated. This is all just for fun and information's sake. This video is also partially sponsored by Squarespace, so stay tuned to learn more about that.
Hey guys, so today's video is going to be one where I roast the absolute
I think this is in 4K.
Shit out of my
I can
old
see her skin
skincare
is beautiful.
routine.
Skincare has been something that for a very long time I have had pretty much no clue about. Like it's never interested me
all there at one
to
point.
learn about skincare. I've had acne since I was 18 years old and I struggled a lot with that, but I still never gave a shit about skincare. Like I would just try products here and there. It seems really complicated, not gonna lie. Once you start talking about ABH or BH or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm talking about. My mind wanders
ABH like Anastasia Beverly Hills, like not...
However, now we're in a time where there's YouTubers like Skincare by Hyram, who I love and I watch religiously, who just tell you what to use and why they think you should use it. And honestly, that has stepped my skincare game up big time and it has made me feel very ashamed. Very ashamed of my skincare past.
Oh my god, I'm fangirling so hard right now. What is my life? Oh my god. If you would have told Hyram 2 years ago that Jessi Smiles would be saying my name in a video, I'm freaking out. I'm fangirling. Well, thank you so much, Jessi, for the support. That is so sweet. I am just, I feel like I'm blushing. Let's move on before I embarrass myself.
I know somebody out there has had to have tried the things that I recommended. And if they ruined your skin, you may be entitled to financial compensation. No, but really, I am so sorry. I was coming from a good place. And at the time, I really did think those products were helping my skin. At least it wasn't St. Ives apricot scrub. Okay, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, let's get into it. That's good. I mean, a lot of people can't say the same. Hell, I even used St. Ives in a recent video. If you want to go watch that one, it's called Destroying My Skin. I destroyed my skin. It was bad. But I totally feel that. I've actually privated some of my videos from like 2 years ago because I watched it now and I saw the recommendations I was making and I was like, what the hell were you thinking? Oh my god. Delete this ignorant video.
And that was this soap right here. The Dove Sensitive Skin Beauty Bar. This is just a bar soap.
Off the deep end real
unscented,
quick.
just a fucking plain ass bar of soap. I basically get like a pack of, I think it's like 10 of these.
Maybe it's not the best sign if you can find 10 of your face washes for like $7. Price does not always equal quality. That is for sure. I have some really, really affordable things that I'm going to show you in this video, but 10 bars of soap for like $7, girl, you gotta question it. You gotta think twice on that one.
I completely agree. I mean, I will say I'm definitely the king of affordable product recommendations. Like, that is my shit. I always like recommending really affordable products so that everyone has access to skincare. However, there comes a point where I have to question the quality of a product based off the price point. Like, a lot of you guys have asked for my opinions on like dollar store skincare, where the skincare products are $1 or less. And I just have to scratch my head and really think, is this actually going to be any good? Because at that low of a price point, I mean, something has to give. And if something is going to give, it's probably going to be the formula. Bar soap, I mean... Here's the thing, we are so far past bar soap. We have had so much innovation and technology within the skincare community that bar soap is really not necessary as it used to be. And I understand some people really like bar soap because of the environmental sustainability. There's no packaging, but I have a few critiques of bar soap. First, it can be really overly stripping to the skin. It can really offset the pH of your skin in a way that, you know, a lot of old cleansers used to do. Really will overly strip your face. And secondly, if you want to talk about bacteria buildup, it's all bad news. I mean, bar soaps literally sit there in water, and it's really difficult to keep it completely devoid of that because it's exposed. And like I said before, price point, when you're getting that many bars of soap for that low of a price, I mean, I just don't think is the best thing for your skin. I'm all about affordability, but that's a little much. And all of this when you can find really good cleansers for $3 to $5 at the drugstore. That's definitely the better route to go.
I seriously fucking swear by this shit. Now, I know a lot of people might get a little weirded out because it's a bar of soap, you know, it sits there, it might collect bacteria. I suggest you get like a special little situation, a little setup for your bar of soap. But if it freaks you out that much, I'm pretty sure the liquid version of this sensitive skin beauty bar is the same thing. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure you can use the liquid.
Wait, but that's a body wash.
Let's just tell people to use body wash on their faces. Good job.
I was gonna say, wait a second, they don't have that because it's a body wash, because this soap is usually meant for the body. Need I say more? And I have to add, even if you get a little container, it's just still not gonna help with the bacteria. I'm sorry, I cannot condone it.
I started noticing a big difference in my skin when I started using this, and it wasn't until then that I realized that every single fucking face wash on this planet breaks me out. Every single one. I mean, it doesn't matter the fucking brand. It doesn't matter what it claims to do. Like, every face wash I use breaks me out.
Except that's not true. Okay, so face wash. Not every face wash breaks me out. Every face wash with artificial fragrances breaks me out. I never knew that because I honestly never paid attention to fragrance at all. I guess because it's so normalized in makeup. Like, it never even struck me as odd when I would wash my face with something that had an intense, like, perfumed fragrance. And therefore, almost all of my skincare had fragrance in it. And I didn't realize that my skin was sensitive to the fragrance, not to the face wash necessarily itself. And so the whole bar of soap thing, basically the reason why that came about is because that bar of soap was unscented. Even though it was a bar of soap, I see. Which there's many things that I'm gonna say right now that it fucked up with my skin, it was an unscented one. So once I got rid of that fragrance, I did start to see an improvement in my skin. So that's something I can say to anyone who uses any type of skincare. Look at your skincare and see if it has fragrance. I know that's not a revolutionary idea at all. I can't believe I just learned that at 27, bitch. Where have I been? But oh my God, learning that has been such a game changer for me.
Thank you for spreading that message. I just have to say, I know within the professional skincare community, a lot of people are like, you don't need to be freaked out about fragrance. But if I had $1 for the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of comments that I get every single month of you guys realizing that your sensitivities are due to fragrance and skincare, I'd be rich forever. It's one of those things that really comes down to the individual. Fragrance is one of those things, like I say, it's not necessary in skincare, and because of that, it's only adding risk of irritation. And it honestly makes sense why Jessi does watch my videos, because I know a lot of you guys who also have sensitivity to fragrance say that you enjoy watching my videos because there's not many creators out there that stay away as strictly as I do from fragrance. So I hope my videos can help her, but that's really the entire reason why I avoid fragrance on my channel. It's because I want to be mindful of your guys' potential irritation due to fragrance. And I never want to recommend products that have unnecessary irritants that will only put your skin at risk, instead of fragrance-free products that don't have to do that. So I love seeing that message shared, and she's a prime example of the whole reason why I avoid fragrance on my channel.
And one thing that the bar of soap did really mess up with my skin, which I had no idea that it was doing that, is my moisture barrier. Your barrier is the outermost layer of the skin that provides protection to help retain water and moisture and defend against external irritants like bacteria and environmental debris.
Yes.
from penetrating through and causing sensitive reactions. This isn't the only part of the skincare routine that really messed me up. There's a part that we'll get to later on that was definitely not good for my skin at all. But this definitely, over time, I mean, I used these bars of soap for years and years and years because, like I said, it was unscented and my skin wasn't acting out as much. So I was super faithful to this fucking bar of soap for years, bitch. But now that I have established a healthier relationship with a new actual face cleanser, I have realized that I have been slowly stripping away that moisture barrier, and my skin was drier than ever. Over time, my skin was just drier and it was just not looking great. And actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, as I'm talking about my past products from videos, I'll just show you what I'm using now. So this is the new face wash that I am obsessed with. This face wash is so great. I learned about this through Hyram. He raves about this. This is the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser from Youth to the People. This is so gentle, but it lathers. I cannot have a face wash that doesn't bubble up. Like, I feel like it's not doing anything.
That makes me so happy to see. I love seeing it when people are able to try out my recommendations and end up loving it just as much as I do. And that cleanser, I mean, oh my God, people every single day when I get to meet people, when I'm out going to the store or whatever, people are always saying that that cleanser like literally changed their skin. And it makes me so happy because it really did make that huge of a difference in my skin. That's why I can't shut up about it. But that is 1,000,000 times better than a bar of soap. I love that she touched on the importance of maintaining your moisture barrier because that's a huge thing with cleansing, and why I always say on my channel, cleansing can be the most damaging step of your skincare routine and you don't even realize it because it happens over time. And that's why I'm a big fan of looking at skincare products not just from a temporary single point use, but from a long-term sustained relationship. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, if you didn't notice your skin was stripped or you didn't notice your skin was immediately irritated, you're fine. And I just can't support that because I'm like, you have to look at the long-term effects of using a skincare product and what it's doing to your skin over time. That's why I'm so picky with ingredients. So I love the glow up. Definitely not what I expected, but I'm so happy to see that she is using a really good cleanser.
Now, I'm not claiming this is going to work for everyone, but it really, really worked for me. I mean, it leaves my skin perfect. It's not too stripped of oil. It's not dry. Like, it does not dry my skin out at all.
I just want to say, I didn't mean to lie. I wasn't lying to you guys. Like, I genuinely felt like that was my truth. This whole dryness thing, it really happened gradually and over time. I wasn't lying on purpose, is what I'm trying to say. I'm so sorry.
Let's get on to the next product that I use every night and sometimes, like I said, in the morning. This is the Cocoa Kind Organic Rose Water Facial Toner. Now, here's the thing about this and the next product that I'm going to mention. Some people's skin really does not like rose. My skin just happens to love rose.
Okay, here's the thing about the toner. That toner is not necessarily bad because it's literally just rose water. There was no added perfumes, nothing like that. And it was really, really gentle. However, I do not use that anymore. And the only reason I don't is because I truly have found that the more simple I keep my routine, the better my skin looks. I thought that this skincare routine that I did at the time was keeping it simple, but taking out the toner made it a lot better for me. It's easier, less money. I don't have to buy anything, and my skin loves me for it. So honestly, try to just remove as much as you possibly can. Just wash your face, moisturize your face.
I love her opinions. Oh my God, this is amazing. I completely agree with everything she's saying. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I say toner isn't necessary. You can use a toner. It can be a good experience, but a lot of times what I find is people are experiencing irritation and sensitivity and they don't know what it's coming from. And when you're struggling with irritation and sensitivity, you want to minimize your skincare routine as much as possible. And just in general, I believe that a simple skincare routine is the best. Toner isn't bad, but you can use it. It's just not necessary, and more oftentimes than not, I don't think you need it.
If I have a pimple, let's say, and I pop it and it's a little bit inflamed, I wash my face with this, then I put this on, and then I put on the next product that I'm going to tell you, and that's all I do.
All right, Jessi. So when your skin's inflamed, you whip out the bar of soap you used to wash your ass with. That's your solution? My poor skin was just fighting for dear life, but you know what? She pulled.
Yeah, kudos to your skin. She is a real one for putting up with that level of shit for that long. Dang, Jessi, your skin hustles, especially looking this good now. If I did that to my skin every day, oh my God. Have you ever seen crumpled laundry? That's what my skin would look like. Quick interruption to talk about today's video sponsor, Squarespace. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. If you guys aren't familiar, I have worked with Squarespace multiple times in the past because I used to be a website designer in high school. Yeah, I was that geek. Website design is so much fun, but it can be really, really intimidating because hello, coding, design, graphics, I mean, it's a lot. Website design seems really intimidating, but Squarespace makes that super easy because you're able to make your website really quickly with templates that they already have set setup. So all you need to do is input your information and you're good to go. You can create so many types of websites, but I think where Squarespace really shines through is their photography pages, because I've always been attracted to the flow and the color palettes that translate to imagery that Squarespace really exhibits with their templates. So if you are a photographer or you love taking pictures of skincare products, or you're an artist and a business owner, this is a great option because hiring someone to design your website can be really expensive, and this is a great way to do it. Particularly because if you go to the link in the description box below, you'll be able to get a 14-day free trial and save 10% by using code Hyram at checkout. So if you're a little bit nervous about commitment or this is your first time, this is a great way to get started. Go to squarespace.com/Hyram to start your 14-day free trial. And when you're ready to publish your website, use code Hyram to save 10% off your first purchase. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for being cool about my sponsorships and allowing me to veer into other categories besides skincare that really explore my other passions as well. All right, back to the video.
So the next product that I'm showing is basically the last of this little trio. Like, I honestly attribute my skin clearing up to these 3 products. This is the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. This is a fairly thick night cream, so I only use that at night. Like I said, my skin loves rose, and I had a sample of this. I actually had 2 samples of this, and I just fucking loved it. I felt like it really hydrated my skin, and I don't know what else to say other than I really like this. I've heard that the Neutrogena Hydro Boost creams are really good. I actually want to try that when this runs out, just to see how my skin reacts to it.
Funny enough, that is what I currently use.
No way.
So really quickly,
Okay,
I don't remember that cream at all. It's been a couple years now. I despise creams now for my face. I love water gel formulas. Yes. So this is, grab it. Ugh, that's kind of a really fucking gross way to show you. See it right there? Here you go. This is a
Why on your knuckle? I have never seen anyone swatch a skincare product like that.
This is a water gel consistency. So that basically means that this texture is gonna sink straight into your skin. Your skin just drinks up this texture. I feel like those white creams, they sit on top of your skin, super heavy. I'm not into that feeling at all. Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream for extra dry skin. The one that is not the extra dry skin formula is formulated with fragrance. But honestly, I just really like this. It's very simple. It's not a crazy moisturizer that's gonna give you the most moisture you've ever had in your skin. But if I have a breakout or something, I would much rather put fragrance-free things on my skin. You know what I'm saying? Like some intense-ass rose sprays and shit is not really it anymore. Okay, I don't know what she was thinking. So yeah, this is the moisturizer I use now. I find it funny that I mentioned that in my...
So yeah, funny enough, I mean, I will say, here's the thing about Fresh. I did a review video about Fresh. Their fragrances, amazing. Like, their products smell so good. And I will be honest, every single time I go to Sephora, well, at least before the pandemic, when you could open testers, I would go and just smell all their products because they smell so good, but I would not put them on my face. And especially with her being sensitive to fragrance, Fresh is definitely a brand that you want to avoid as much as possible because they love their fragrance. The Neutrogena Hydro Boost Cream for extra dry skin, I actually am more of a fan of that formula than the regular one because she's right, the regular one does have fragrance and the extra dry one doesn't have it. I will admit, I don't rave about that moisturizer because from an ingredient standpoint, it's not really revolutionary. It's very simple, very basic, and I personally think you can find comparable or better formulas at a much lower price point than I think like the $20 price point that Neutrogena has for that product, but I have no complaints about it. If you use it and you like it, that's amazing. I think it's a great product. And definitely a step up from that initial moisturizer. And take note, anyone out there, if you are a person who does not like using a moisturizer, try a gel cream or a gel. It will completely change the game. And once I discovered gels, I was like, I'm never going back. They feel amazing and are so lightweight on the skin and are perfect if you don't want to feel like anything's just like sitting on top of your skin.
So now that I've got like the main staples out of the way, I'm gonna get into like the little extras of skincare, which is like masks and exfoliators. So as an exfoliator, I only do this, I would say like twice a week. This is the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. Basically, it's like dry beads that you make into a paste on your hand, and they're very, very fine. Some exfoliators are really, really intense, like really chunky, and honestly like a little painful on your skin, even if you're doing it really gentle.
Why was I pretending that I knew what the fuck I was talking about? Can someone explain that to me? So obviously I have learned, okay, I'm a better person now. I now know the damage that scrubs, even like that, even ones that are not as abrasive as fucking St. Ives, okay, but I might as well have recommended St. Ives. I now know the damage that that can cause. I now know that any sort of scrub that is a physical scrub, I know that that can cause little cuts on your skin that you will never see, but that over time really mess up your skin. I think that I threw that in there, honestly, because I always exfoliated with different things and I just felt like I needed to recommend an exfoliator. I still do believe in exfoliating, but only chemically now. You see this?
Yes.
This is called growth.
Yep.
This is the Ordinary's AHA 30%, BHA 2% healing solution. I use this probably once every 2 weeks. I honestly wait until my skin tells me when I need to use this. I don't do it on any sort of schedule. This is basically something that's going to chemically exfoliate your skin. You only wear it for 10 minutes and you put a very thin layer on. And this does a million times better of a job at exfoliating your skin, taking off that dead layer of skin and just making your skin look refreshed. And this is only like $10. I have seen a huge difference. When I feel like my skin is just like clogged or gross, little bit of this, the next day I'm glowing, bitch, I swear.
Growth. We love to see it. I mean, I will say the Dermalogica microfoliant is not the worst thing in the world. And if you are going to use a scrub, I always recommend using a powder scrub because you can really foam it up with water so that it's extremely gentle. But usually that's not what people want because they like the feeling of a scrub. And I personally didn't like the microfoliant because I just felt it was still too harsh on my skin. That being said, she has absolutely improved since then. And I really like her approach to using the Ordinary mask. A lot of people have been criticizing that mask because tons of people are overusing it and over exfoliating your skin. And I will say, always on my channel, I have always talked about at a maximum using that product once a week and always using a sunscreen. She did talk a little bit about scrubs creating micro cuts on the skin's surface, which inevitably damage it. I will say, as much as I hate scrubs, I do not like them. Micro tears have not been shown in clinical studies. The entire fear surrounding micro tears is not completely substantiated, which is why I hesitate to say that micro tears are a thing. I don't remember even at one point saying that on my channel. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I follow chemists and specifically Kind of Steven on Instagram, and he's always talking about how micro tears are not shown to exist. Now, I still hate scrubs, don't get me wrong, I can't stand St. Ives, but I do want to make that distinction because I have heard a lot of people talk about it, and that's just not 100% true. I really love how she approaches the Ordinary solution because she's using it correctly. I use that product about once every 2 weeks, sometimes once a month, honestly only when my skin is telling me that it needs it. When I see excess dead skin cells, when my skin is looking a little bit blackhead heavy, when I'm not seeing the glow that I usually have. I don't believe that people should be using it really, really frequently because it's very strong and your skin goes through different stages and sometimes doesn't need that. So I totally love her approach.
Your face, throw it in the trash right now.
And for a mask, I usually use this True Organics detoxifying mask. This is a clay mask that comes in a powder and then you mix it with water and put it on your face. I have used this for years.
Okay, so to me, I feel like this mask personally was my least controversial choice. Like I feel like the other things I recommended were far worse. I actually do have this mask still. I haven't used it in a long time. I no longer use clay masks. Like I don't reach for them. I realized that even when my skin is really struggling and I have a lot of just irritation, clay masks for my skin personally, I did realize that they were something that over time would contribute to the drying out of my skin, depending on how often I would do them. And this is a nice mask. People with oily skin might love that mask, but just for me, I don't wear face masks at all anymore. This is my new little face mask. I don't put masks on my skin. So that's pretty much it for the watching the video portion. Those were all the products that I recommended. That was really embarrassing. However, I'm gonna let you know the rest of the products that I use on my face now.
Yeah, here's the thing. Anyone who struggles with dry skin out there, there's no need to be using clay masks. Like, you are the last person who needs a clay mask. I only think clay masks are beneficial to people who have extremely oily skin. And even if you have dry skin and you break out, still don't use a clay mask because you're likely breaking out because your skin needs more moisture and more protection. And clay is just going to draw out all that moisture and strip your skin even more. So as much as I do love clay masks, I really think they're only supposed to be used by specific types of people. Jessi took the right approach.
One product that I didn't mention because in my skincare routine, I was not using anything like this is the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I use this every night before my moisturizer and I really enjoy it. I think that it's added some more moisture and plumpness to my skin. However, this is definitely not a necessity, but if you want to experiment with hyaluronic acid, this is like $7 and it's a really, really good one.
I think for her that's particularly beneficial because if I'm not mistaken, she's still in Georgia. I don't know, Jessi, you move a lot. I never know where you are. Georgia does get really humid, and hyaluronic acid really thrives in environments that are more humid because it has more moisture to draw out of the air into the skin. So I think it's totally fine, and especially before a moisturizer at nighttime, I think that's a good time to use hyaluronic acid.
And then, like I said, I put on my moisturizer, and I then put on the one thing that I'm like, oh my God, how did I not discover this sooner? And that's the CeraVe.
Oh, wow.
Is that how you say it? CeraVe?
Yeah.
CeraVe healing ointment. This is essentially just petroleum jelly. Petroleum jelly, if you're not aware, is Vaseline. So if you have Vaseline, you could use that too. I personally like this a little bit more than Vaseline. I don't know why. The only thing that I use this for is for dry patches on my skin. So my nose was flaking up. You know, the weather's changing here in Georgia. Like it was just starting to get really, really scaly here in my nose. Ever since I started using this on any sort of dry patch, my skin has honestly been her skin much more hydrated and just looks so much more glowy and healthy. If you have any dry patches on your skin, try this out on it for a couple of days and you will see that that area is now more hydrated and then you don't have the dry patches anymore.
Love that product. Love the CeraVe healing ointment. It's very simple and controversial because people demonize petroleum jelly all the time, even though it's a great ingredient. But yeah, using it on dry patches is really good. Actually, thank you so much, Jessi, for saying that because I have been struggling with the dry patch right here over the past few days. I don't know why. My skin is never dry, particularly in the summer, but for some reason there is one there. So I'm going to go in with that product. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Thank you.
Things that I think have improved the overall health of my skin, because it's not like I was breaking out horribly in this video, but just I feel like my skin's healthier now, is I stopped using makeup wipes. I, at that time, was still using makeup wipes, you know, to initially take off some makeup and then I would wash my face. I no longer use makeup wipes whatsoever. I moved on. And then the other thing I use is just Micellar water. Not even this particular brand, Bioderma. I use that with a reusable cotton pad and I just take off my makeup like that.
Even the reusable cotton pad? Oh my gosh, I love how conscious she is. Well, then again, I remember she's vegan. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. She just seems to be a conscious person overall. That's why I like her. But that's awesome. Both a makeup eraser and a reusable cotton round. That's the best thing for environmental sustainability. Way to go, girl.
It has been way better in not stripping my skin. And I'm telling you guys, I do feel like the oil is coming back to my face. I don't know if you could tell, I'm low-key kind of greasy right now. The natural oils in my face, it's not just like a dewy setting mist or something. Like I've had on my makeup for a few hours, so my oils are starting to come in. And before, my skin was just too dry for that shit. Like honestly, she's back, baby.
Yes.
Maybe I'm going crazy. But I swear I have repaired my moisture barrier. I still don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't listen to anything I'm saying.
That was so much fun, but more so than anything, that was so surprising. Jessi, I am amazed that you have like the same skincare opinions as me. That's so cool. I love meeting people who have similar philosophies, and it just makes me like you more. All I can say is, what a glow up. Way better than what she used to use. Had I reacted to her original skincare video, I would have been pretty fucking horrified. I'm not lying, bitch. That routine is pretty awful, but her new routine, I mean, honestly, I have no complaint. I think it's perfect. The only thing I wish she would have talked about is her sunscreen, which sunscreen she uses, because I would love to see which one she's enjoyed. If she got it per recommendation of my channel or someone else's channel, who knows? So Jessi, if you're watching this, message me. I would love to know. But overall, I have to say, wow, great job, Jessi. I am so impressed with your current skincare routine. You're doing things right. And your skin is beautiful. I am amazed. What do you guys think of this routine? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you love Jessi as much as I do? Thank you again, Jessi, for featuring me in your video and for making awesome content that got me through some of the hardest days in my life. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.